Hey guys, it's Jeff and Joe from the Reliance Real Estate team of Keller Williams. We're trying to be the knowledge brokers here, so we're going to bring you some tips and tricks or some local insights when it comes to writing multiple offers. Since we came in the year with a bang, 3 sold listings within a week, and this is what we're seeing. So we're going to do some buyer side tips. What do you say, Jeff?
Yeah, so let's talk about the multiple offer situation. Joseph, not this Joseph, but our buyer agent Joseph, he has written offers and he's already competing with other buyers. So let's try to give you that edge to winning when it comes to your offer. Sure. So the first tip that we're going to give you is it's okay to ask the seller what they're looking for. For example, they might be looking for a certain closing date. Maybe they're looking for a house, or maybe they need to close as soon as possible. If they have the date in mind and you put that in the offer, you're already ahead of the game.
Yeah, and you've made a connection with the seller as well and the agent, right? So I mean that's good news for them.
Absolutely.
So it's just creating rapport right up front.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Doing your homework. The next is the dates and deadlines. Find out what your industry standard is. It can be different in different areas, but I know we write a standard for most of our dates and deadlines, inspection contingencies, and so forth. But if you can talk with your local lender as well and maybe find out if you can shorten those. I know the inspection contingency is the big one because that's the first hurdle to get over. If you can lower that days off market for the seller, just in case something does come up and they do have to maybe relist and put it back on the market, you're not holding them off the market for very long. So get with your inspector and maybe see if he can get out there sooner than later. And then you can write a lower date on there just to save them some time. And then the local lender, you can run the dates just a little bit tighter if they're good with that, and
for
that
loan commitment
and appraisal,
like
and that'll keep them off the market as well, in case something does fall through in those areas as well.
And then lastly, having a good experienced agent is very important. We can't tell you how much we love working with somebody who calls us, who communicates with us, and then on your behalf too, with great negotiation skills. I think that's very important on your end, and trying to help negotiate a deal for everybody who's happy.
Yeah, I mean, just having a well-communicated relationship with that other agent really helps. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's great. And then now for you sellers, when you're getting multiple offers, like we just had 6, it could be overwhelming. So we're going to kind of give you an idea of maybe what you should be doing when you do receive that many offers.
Okay. So the first thing that we do, and I know a lot of other agents do it as well, but when you're looking at multiple offers, whether it be 2 or 6 or even 10 sometimes, I saw somebody else had 10 this week, we put them in a spreadsheet and we pull out the pertinent information so we can look at it line by line and kind of go over what's going on with each offer. So we pull out every last little thing, from the type of loan that it is, to the amount of earnest money they put down, to the deadlines, to see which one best suits the seller and what their needs are. Because everybody's going to be different, and everybody has different needs, and everybody looks at everything and goes, well, maybe the dates mean more to me than the price, or maybe the type of loan, or who the loan's with, the type of lender or bank that they're through, could be a huge factor in whether or not they should go with them or not.
And I think also number 2 is to kind of gauge who the lender is. You really don't want like a fly-by-night, upload on your app like how much you make and how much you want, and then you get a pre-approval letter.
2 minutes later, you're pre-approved for $500,000 when, I don't know, you work a part-time job at McDonald's.
Right, right, exactly. You want to have a lender that has done their job, they pulled the credit, they pulled check stubs. We want to make sure that your or the buyer's financing doesn't fall through when we're a week away from the closing table and you've had movers out, you have a property that you're trying to move into. So I think lender is very important at that point.
Yeah, a local established lender would be best, right?
Absolutely.
And then agent responsiveness and communication, I think, is huge in this day and age. A lot of people will just send an offer over, and all of a sudden, an hour after it comes up, I'll check my email, and there's an offer in my email box. I've never received a text message. I never even received a phone call. I've never met the agent, never done any business with them, but yet I have an offer on my property. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say,
Yeah.
ask your agent. Have you spoken with these agents? Because they're going to tell you. This one just sent it to me in my email. He didn't tell me anything. But then this other agent, he's been communicating the entire time. He's even asked when you want to close, Mr. Seller. That's going to look good for you.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. I know you touched on it on the buying side tips, call the agent, right? But, the same side on the selling side, that's what we're looking for as listing agents. Like, did that agent even contact me prior to writing to see if we even had any other offers on the table? Because, you might have to write your best and highest instead of your lowest and try to get a deal. So it's really just that connection after the showing happens. If the intent is possibly to write, contact your selling agent, your listing agent, and just, ask some questions. So hopefully those help you. Click the link below for the podcast that we're going to be having to maybe dive a little deeper and elaborate on that.
We got a lot of exciting news to talk about that.
Reliance Real Estate Team, or Reliance Real Estate Radio is what the podcast is called if you want to find us. And we'll dive in a little deeper.
Very good. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Happy writing offers, guys.